Salute and welcome to Wild Country Daily Updates. This is from ABC News. Yet again, second largest egg producer in the U.S. confirms bird flu outbreak. Let's listen to this clip and then we'll go over the article.
This is Morgan. They never really thought about the credit scores.
We will go over this article after we watch this clip. Not looking good for the U.S. Get ready. Prices are about to skyrocket with eggs. You think it's bad now? Just watch.
Lower food prices if he became president. After polling voters during the last election, we learned there are few things that they care about more than inflation. And one small indicator of inflation, the price of eggs, which have become more expensive as an increasing number of chickens in the U.S. become infected with the deadly bird flu. The price of eggs is tonight by the numbers. The average wholesale price of a dozen large loose white eggs is now $6.55, according to the USDA. That's an increase of 61% in just the last month alone. Average retail prices for grade A large eggs in December were a bit more reasonable, $4.15 on average for a dozen, but they had been just $3.65 in November. Store prices are typically lower than wholesale because eggs, like milk, are loss leaders retailers use to get you in the door. The reason for the jump in prices, of course, the deadly H5N1 bird flu, which has infected or killed 136 million birds in the U.S. since 2022. But the outbreak has recently gotten much worse. More than 30 million chickens, about 10% of the nation's egg-laying population, has been killed in just the past 3 months. 67 people in the U.S. are confirmed to have been infected by bird flu due to contact with animals. The CDC says there have been no person-to-person infections, which for now keeps the risk to the general public low. But they caution that surveillance should remain vigilant.
Okay, so there you have it from her. Now, we're going to go into the article. It says one of the nation's top egg producers confirmed that one of its farms tested positive for cases of bird flu over the weekend, the company said. Rose Acres Farms, which claims to be the second largest egg producer in the United States, released a statement on Tuesday saying that it had detected cases of highly pathogenic avian influenza at Quart Acre Egg Farm in Seymour, Indiana. With farms across the U.S. testing positive for bird flu cases, the USDA predicts that egg prices will rise up to 20% this year due to a shortage of eggs. Then it goes on to say poultry found to be sick with avian flu need to be culled, and their eggs also need to be destroyed. More, Long Island farm forced to euthanize more than 100,000 ducks after bird flu detected. It goes on to say we are working with the Indiana State Board of Animal Health and the state veterinarian on best practices to combat the risk of spreading AI to other birds. That has to be misspelled, and I hope they're not using AI with this. I don't know why they would, but that's what it says. Or no, A1 to other birds maybe. The Rose Acres Farms statement said, we are continuing to monitor all of our facilities. Then it goes on to say, they explain that the risk to other birds, including migratory waterfowl, backyard poultry and commercial poultry is high. However, the risk to people remains low. Then it goes on to say the family-owned company also said the Indiana State Board of Animal Health is monitoring the current situation, while the U.S. Department of Agriculture is monitoring animal infections, and the CDC, and prevention is monitoring human infections. It goes on to say Rose Acres Farms stated on the company's website that it is committed to producing high-quality eggs and egg products and leading the way in animal stewardship. It goes on to say American Egg Board President and CEO Family Metz said on Tuesday that the nation's egg farmers continue the fight against bird flu. She said in her statement that volume sales of eggs at retail value have been up year over year for 22 consecutive 4-week periods. The current threat is impacted by two factors. The statement explained avian flu showing up in dairy cattle and changes in migratory bird pattern due to extreme climate events. So they're gonna blame it on climate. Yeah, okay. Then it goes on to say more. What third case of bird flu with unknown source of infection could mean in fight against diseases? Well, it goes on to say bird flu or avian influenza has been detected in poultry and dairy cows in the U.S. There have also been a few human cases, which have primarily been observed among poultry and dairy workers. Human cases have been diagnosed across the country. Human cases haven't been diagnosed across the country since April 2024, with 67 confirmed in 10 states as of Monday, according to the CDC. Most human cases have been mild and patients fully recovered. One death has been reported, a Louisiana resident over the age of 65 who had underlying medical conditions. The CDC and other public health officials say there is currently no evidence of human-to-human transmission, and the risk to the general public is low. So there you have it. Let me know what your guys' opinion are in the comment section below. I'm going to leave the link to this article in the description down below if you want to look at it. Yeah, like I said, be prepared because egg prices are going to even be higher. And it's not right. You can't tell me all these birds are getting sick out of nowhere. They're doing it on purpose just to raise the prices so we have to pay more. That's what it is. Until next time, peace out.